All right, here's the Clash of the Commonwealth, point 6, Western Kentucky University versus U of L. Now, we're trying a new tactic just for fun, and Nick Nyman over there on the right side completely messes it up.
He's like, I didn't get the memo that we were doing something cool. I was clearly not paying attention during halftime. We were brainstorming awesome ideas for the second half.
Keep an eye on Western's team.
Yep, here comes Louisville with a 9-1 ball advantage and group throw.
Oh!
Western hits the floor, not a single player goes out. Beautiful synchronized play there. I'm so surprised that everyone went down at the same time. That was truly the biggest shock for me of that game.
I wasn't in it at this point, but it looked really cool from the sidelines.
I'm glad. And Louisville actually, we'll go ahead and spoil it for you. Louisville actually wins this point. Just causing some chaos here at the beginning. I think we already have about 5 players on the bench at this point, or in jail, I should say. So, great catch there by Jacob, number 55 of U of L. Great hands in front of the camera by Jackass from E-Town. So, yeah, I think we're already whittled down to less than 10 players.
Yeah, it looks like 7.
I think we got it over there in jail. Yeah, about 7 or 8 in jail right now. And who was that just went down?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I need my glasses. I'm old.
This angle's farther away.
Yeah. Because for the longest time, it's me, Alex Heichelbeck, Matt Parsons, Jared McKinney, and one other person maybe? Swanee, I think. If he hadn't already gone out. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
There's too many points in this game. There's 11 points. Cut us a little slack. I do a pretty cool over-the-top move here. I try to throw it over Heichelbeck's head. So watch Raymer and alley-oop. I don't think I got anybody. I got like 2 kills this game. One of them on Ben Subcheck. He got me the first point that I was in. Great catch there by Matt Parsons. So I was very happy to get Ben out. A little bit of payback.
Yeah. It's always fun to get your friends out, too.
True. Especially if they're fellow captains who
abandoned the team and moved to a different school.
And dissented.
Come on now.
That's really bad. But it's alright. We got another in-state rival because of it. So if we have to sacrifice one player to get a whole other team,
yeah,
I'll take it. And despite the fact that the guy working the scoreboard looked like he had things under control, the scoreboard is actually wrong at this point. Those of you who watched the first half know that Western is up 5-0 at this point. And no, not 5-0 as in the police. As in 5 points to 0, Felix.
Oh.
I saw you thinking about it over there. See, once again, we say, good job working the corners, and Zach Byrne goes down that group throw by Louisville. Great building blocks here for a solid next season.
There's a timeout.
And timeout number 2.
Ben, you were the only captain that would use a timeout.
He realizes he has his best chance probably all game to squeak a point here against Western. Which, at this point, I was kind of hoping that they would win, 1 point or 2. I wasn't really worried about the game at this point. Like I said, this was all for fun, and Ben knew that too, so it's not like we're insulting him by saying we knew we were going to beat U of L.
Yeah.
This was a learning experience. This was their baptism into the NCDA.
Which is fine. Every team needs an ass whooping.
I think that's a good way to put it, yeah. They don't need a Grand Valley style ass whooping like what we got our first year, the epic 16-0 loss that resulted in the dismantling of my team. I carried over 6 players from the squad that faced Grand Valley, and we actually only have 1 player left from the team that got to see that massacre, Mr. Tom Schatzinger. And Heichelbeck just totally punked that kid going for the ball. Nice job, 88. It's because they know he's a great podcast host. They're not going to challenge him.
That's what it was.
No, yeah. That's what I like to tell myself. And like I said, Ben had about 18 players, 11 of his own. So more than half of the team that you see that he brought will be returning next year.
Hopefully.
Yeah, that's the hope.
But they have 15 recruitment fairs or 16 or some ridiculous number.
Like 13 recruitment fairs during the summer. So if they can't, all they have to do literally is get 1 player from each recruitment fair, and they've got five players on their bench and a full starting 15. And I never got to see the other alternate captain that Ben had last semester, the spring semester, His alternate captain actually had to go out to California for a Disneyland internship. But we'll be back in the fall, and ordered a jersey is just like sends Ben messages and chats him all the time about playing in the team. So Ben really has some solid alternate captains, and that's always the most important thing in my opinion, because Felix, I'm pretty sure, despite adding you at the beginning of my junior year, we've had a lot of turnover with that second alternate captain position.
Definitely. First it was who was the first year? It was Matt Parsons.
Yeah, Matt Parsons, I think.
Then it was Ben Sobchak, and now it's Alex Heichelbeck.
Mm-hmm. And I think you've already got some people in mind for alternate captains next year. So
I do.
Very important for us to have kind of a strong leadership at the top. And as we all know, leadership has its perks, as evidenced by the fact that I think one of us will have the cover of next year's WKU Dodgeball calendar. Hopefully Felix, because God knows he's a ton more attractive than I am.
It's going to be a cool calendar. I'm serious about that, too. I really want to make that a fundraiser.
That will sell some. We got enough fans now at this point to sell at least 5 or 6 calendars.
We're a good-looking team.
We are a good-looking team. Just check out our billboard, which is still up, by the way, for the tournament that happened.
Actually, it got taken down Friday.
Did it really?
Yeah. It's replaced with a Wendy's sign, though.
You made me so sad.
I'm sorry. I'll give you a hug later.
Okay, cool. And you can see Louisville's captain's extremely excited. I think it's down to, they just got Matt Parsons out, so I can see why they were jumping up and down.
Got 55 over here rallying the troops.
I think I went out on a shot to the leg, something kind of weak sauce. Jared McKinney tries to make a catch and it hits the floor, so congrats to Louisville. They win their first ever point as an NCDA team. We'll see you guys back here for point number 7.